episode 3760, Make the Journey Clear.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. It is midweek. It's hump week. That means it's Wellness Wednesday. And you know what? Have you thought about this? Christmas in July? Like seriously, we're going to be doing Christmas here really, really soon. Oh, but before we get there, make the journey clear. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already didn't have the opportunity, you want to head over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter. They keep it simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by A.I.M, inspiring connection and community. I bet you're thinking you want to live healthier. Okay, maybe not so much this summer, but maybe the next month or so. Healthy living isn't some vague Pinterest-worthy dream, right? It's demanding. It's real-life commitment that requires clarity about what you want, where you're headed, and how you're going to get there. And that comes when you make the journey clear. Yet, here's the kicker. Life happens. Life throws you curveballs, work deadlines, we got family drama, unexpected setbacks. They all show up. It's like, when will I ever get a break? You won't. It's called life. I know I'm living it right now. And sometimes I think we wait for that perfect opportunity. I know I have. I have kind of fallen off the wagon a little bit, meaning, and let me clarify this, I'm still doing really well, except for sleep, and maybe eating at times that are better. I do a lot of intermittent fasting. I made intermittent fasting before it was intermittent fasting, but we'll leave that for another episode. Seriously, I did that, oh my goodness, way before it even became a thing. And so I know what my body needs, but I can't always give it what it wants. And I think that's something that we all deal with. It's like, I want this, but I don't know how to have it. But just because you want it and you don't think you can have it because of the season that you're in doesn't mean that your goals have to get buried. Your job is to make the journey clear, own the season you're in, and push forward with purpose. But you know what? Without a clear path, where does that get you? Yeah, I know. It's a harsh truth of may not get you very far, right? You need a checklist. You need a plan, or you're going to be spinning your wheels. Maybe you might start a diet or try a workout or drink more water without seeing progress because you don't really know what exactly you want or how to bend your actions to your current reality. Therefore, you stay stuck in what comes easy. You complain more than you take aim, and you let your season dictate your steps. Now, I get it. Your season doesn't matter. It really, really does. But you have to connect it with your path. That is your KISS to keep it simple strategy. Establish your path. Even though there is a time for everything, you need to be able to work in the season you're in and figure a way to work with it, not against it. A lot of times we're just kind of butting our heads against life. I kind of like that analogy, honestly. I mean, if you have life all in front of you and it's just your head, it's kind of like my grandson deep diving for the couch and he's just jumping, from afar like a leapfrog, but he goes with his head right up against it. I'm like, you're going to hit the wood part and it's going to hurt. Yeah, it'll hurt all right. And we have the same mentality too. And it's like, I'm just in the season we're in and I'm just going to kind of keep hopping and doing what I want to do. But man, you're hitting that brick wall because you're not working with it. You're going against it. So how do you establish your path in a season where life is messy, but your goals can still thrive? Well, number one, define what healthy living means for you today. Forget the broad, generic goals like I got to eat better or I'm going to work out more. Get specific and ruthless. Oh, yes, you got to say, this is what I'm doing. So answer these questions. What does a healthy life look like right now? Okay, you've got to be able to answer that. If not, well, you're going to be sitting right where you are for a lot longer. What habits can you realistically implement given your energy, time, and resources? Now, the key word there is what? Realistically. If you're in a season, and understand this too, a season may only last 2 weeks, or it may be, a month or so. You can have a season that's longer. I get that. But if it is longer than a month or two, then you need to start working in some things of going, okay, how can I make it work with me and not always going up against me? You see what I'm talking about? Okay. What are non-negotiable actions you can commit to this week that actually move the needle forward? All right, that's what you're headed for. Don't borrow someone else's definition of health. Maybe your healthy is walking 20 minutes a day, 3 times a week instead of running marathons. I love running, but quite frankly, right now, if I started running, I might make it a quarter of a mile safely, meaning that my hips are going to be hurting, my feet pounding the pavement. Why? Because I hurt myself doing it for over a decade. And I struck the pavement over and over and over again every single day. I didn't miss a beat. And now, my joints are kind of sore and it's harder for me. So what does it look like? Don't look side to side at somebody else's health and their definition. What is it for you? Maybe it's prepping breakfast and cutting back on soda. Whatever it is, make it personal, clear, and actionable. I've got a great friend and mentor. She decided, and she's done it now for a year. She said, you know what? The only thing I'm changing is I'm not going to do sugar. I'm taking sugar out of my diet. That's it. And it has changed her for the better. She's sleeping better. She's actually having a better routine. She feels better from the inside out. She feels more balanced. And that word balance kind of gets you, but I would say it's more in harmony, right? So define what healthy living means for you today. Number 2, map your road. Set your destination and many milestones, and not many as in lots of, but many as in small milestones. If you don't know where you're going, every step feels random. It does. So set a clear distinction as to where you're headed. What is the results you want? Less fatigue? You want to fit into a specific outfit? Maybe it's lower blood pressure. Maybe it's, I just want to feel good. Whatever that means for you, right? I can't define that, but you can. Then break it down into bite-sized milestones. Those are those mini milestones. Mini as in small, micro. So maybe month 1, you cut processed sugar by half. Month 2, you cut it even another half. Let's say you have a really big problem with processed sugar. Add strength training then twice a week during month 2. And then finally, month 3, improve your sleep routine. Make it a priority to say, you know what, I'm changing my schedule. This is what it looks like. When you have a roadmap, it gives you a sense of direction and control, even when chaos hits, even when you have a season of, I don't even know if I'm coming or going. And then you can fine tune it for the season that you're in. So life isn't just going to stay stagnant. If so, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're dying. You are, right? Life is always changing. You're always in transition. Now, with transitions comes transformations, but you'll probably actually be more in transitions than you will be transformations. So when those seasons shift and they're not what you think they're in, fine tune them, tweak them for yourself, right? Don't sit there and just think of, oh, I'm going to have this pie in the sky fantasy of this is what my life is going to look like for healthy living. It's not going to work. You're going to be sitting on that same, recliner and just hanging out going, yep, this feels good. But it really doesn't. And then finally, number 3, choose your how with realism and build in flexibility. Now, the key thing to me, in my opinion, is the flexibility. When you're in a season of, I'm not sure what's going to happen next, you can have some non-negotiables, and then you can allow yourself to give and take, right? So right now, I'm in the middle of moving one of my children, and it's a workout in itself. And I've been doing it for 3 days straight. And in doing so, I'm not complaining. No, but it's now my workout. I don't have to go walk 30 minutes or 20 minutes 3 times during this week, right? I've already done it. My strength training, I've already done it. Do you know how many clothes I've lifted, how many boxes I've packed and unpacked? All of that, right? So doing healthy living right isn't about the rigid rules that fail as soon as life gets tough, right? You've got to have that flexibility built in, looking at it differently. Maybe you're planning a big event, a wedding, something that's coming up around the corner, and you're like, oh, this is just stressful. Guess what? Maybe a walk in nature is all you need. Why? Because you need calm in your life. You don't need more chaos, and maybe strength training for you or doing some resistance training isn't good right now. Maybe you need just to walk. Be okay with that, right? How will you pursue your path so it fits your daily reality? That's what you're looking for. So here are a few questions to get your mind thinking. What workouts can you do in 20 minutes or less? Now, if you're moving like me, well, it's like a workout. Okay, I'm done for the month. I'm not done for the month, but you do have to think about, all right, I don't have to worry about this week or maybe even next week. I can give myself a little bit of a break, watch what I eat, and then come back into it. Which meal preps align with your cooking skills and schedule? Some people say, oh, I just can't meal prep. I just can't do it. Can you throw something in the crock pot that you love? Chicken, salmon, I don't care what it is. Have it done. Have your little bento boxes out in front. Divide your food up and you're done. Snap them shut, put it in the refrigerator. You are done, ready to go. Yes. Okay. How will you track wins and course correct without judgment? Well, when you're tracking your wins, remember, it's not about success. It's about I'm following through, even if it's just for a little bit. And then if you fall off the wagon, yeah, we all do. That's okay. Just get yourself back up faster and dust yourself off. All right? Without judgment. But you've got to be consistent with it. Remember, your path is not a straight line. It bends with work. It bends with trips and family emergencies and motivational dips. It's called life. Flexibility isn't a weakness. It's a strategy. So when life gets a little bit crazy, don't let it get you down. Say, you know what? I do have some control. What can I control? And I can make the journey clear. Your health, my friend, is waiting if you make it clear, right? The journey that you're on. You can absolutely have that healthy life you want. But clarity is your weapon. When you know what you want, where you're headed, and how you'll get there, all tailored to the season you're living in right now, your chances of progress skyrockets. It just goes up. And you got to remember this. You want to mark this episode because when you have another season and it changes again, you need to come back to this and think, okay, reset. Because as much as we think we can do it automatically, we don't. We get into our habits. And when life tries to derail you, what's going to happen? Well, you got to take a deep breath and say, all right, what are my non-negotiables? What do I need to do? What can I do? What is realistic in the season that I'm in, right? Because as you know, life, it can take you out in a heartbeat. That's a given. But no one else gets to map your path or your own journey. You own that. You're in control. And all the battles that come your way, the brick walls that you're going to hit. Yeah, like my grandson deep diving and jumping for the couch, which, oh my goodness, he's got quite the leap, by the way. It's probably about 3 feet for him. That's pretty good at 4.5. But yes, the battles, they're all part of the process. So don't ignore them. Embrace them. The real win is refusing to wander aimlessly. Make your journey clear. Take the steps, right? One step at a time leads to miles of greatness, and own your season. Your best healthy life isn't a someday goal. It's a today goal. Go create your now. Be present. Be incredible. Be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Oh, and happy hump day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life, and love your journey? Visit CreateYourNow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.